Hello and welcome to Late Afternoon with Zubaira. It's our last episode of the season, and we've talked about a few different topics on the show, but really what I want to talk about is something pretty controversial. Siblings. Who are they? What are they? Why are they? I'm the oldest of 4, which means I know a thing or two about raising children because the oldest sibling is basically a third parent. Sometimes my mom has had enough with my little brother and she just sends in the big guns. Me. Basically, I sit on him until he reads a book. Yeah. Having siblings is great because it's like having a built-in support group for all the times you get in trouble with your parents for staying out late. Parents always think you're up to no good when you stay out late, but like really all we're doing is eating at an expensive restaurant that we have no business being in with your friends, and it's late because none of you know how to figure out the tips for the waiter and never learned how to do percentages. If you're wondering which sibling is a parent's favorite, it's always the one that's good at math. They see potential there, okay? We have a great show for you today. We're talking with Mahfouzul Islam, who is running for New York State Assembly in District 24, Sanjoy Deb, and our musical guest, Allison Cadena. We're going to have so much fun, so stick around. Welcome back to Late Afternoon with Zubaira. I'm Zubaira, and I'm joined here today with my best friend, Allison Cadena. Everyone, please welcome Allison Cadena. Allison is also a singer from Queens, New York. Yeah, let's hear it for Queens. Hell yeah. Everyone loved your singing in college, but like now I've got to see your growth. I've had that fortunate experience of seeing how far you've come. So why don't you tell us what got you into music? Like, why did you choose this path?
So I am a singer completely by accident. You know, in college, people would ask me to sing at their events and stuff, and I guess I was just like went over my head like, oh, you're actually good at this. But I was just like, all right, sure, I'll sing at your event. After I graduated, my dad bought me a Groupon for a group vocal lesson. So
shout out to Groupon.
Yeah, shout out to Groupon. I thought I was going to go and I was going to do a month of vocal lessons, and like maybe next month I'll try Zumba and, you know, maybe sword fighting the next month. You know how Groupon is. I went to the vocal class, and the voice teacher is a well-known celebrity vocal coach. He's worked with like
Is this Craig?
Yes,
Still
the
Craig?
famous
Okay.
Craig. All my friends know about him because he's crazy. So he's worked with like Katy Perry, he's worked with Mark Anthony, and basically I got there, I'm just like having fun, and I made the mistake of saying like, yeah, you know, it's just my hobby. I've never seen a room full of people ready to attack, but they basically told me like, yeah, this cannot be your hobby, are you crazy? Like, this is your calling. So I've basically been doing this kicking and screaming, but I mean, I absolutely love it. I finally learned that, yeah, it is my calling. I've been doing it a couple years now. I have some singles out. I think I'm just like the luckiest person in the world because without trying, I've gotten to travel abroad and sing in Ecuador, where my family's from.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that because that's a big deal.
Yeah.
I know you're trying to be humble, but please.
Yeah, okay. So they made me go to an audition, and I didn't want to go. I really kicking and screaming the whole way.
This is true about Allison. Like, it was kicking and screaming. Yeah. I remember when once we graduated, I was like, Allison, you got to get on YouTube. You got to get on Instagram. You got to start putting up everything. And she was like, I don't know, you know. Yeah. And I was like, what do you mean you don't know?
Yeah, so I kicked and screamed to an audition for Ecuador's Got Talent. They went every year to a different country because there's a lot of immigration out of Ecuador, so they would go to where there were Ecuadorian immigrant populations. So one year they went to New York, and I was like, oh, fine. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, they're flying me out to be part of the show. And then I really don't know what happened because then all of a sudden they're like hitting the gold buzzer thing.
Oh my God.
And there's like confetti everywhere. And if you look at my face, it's just total panic because I'm like, what's going on here? They're like, you just got the golden buzzer to the semifinal. Okay.
So we're sitting next to a golden buzzer winner here. That was an amazing thing to witness. And also for me, it was hard because Allison and I worked together as well. And when she got the golden buzzer, that meant she had to leave work for a while. And I was like, oh no, I have to do everything that I'm not prepared to do anymore.
Like work. Ruby was Employee of the Month. We started work at 9. She came in every day at 11 with Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah.
This is true. I love what I do, you know.
But you know what? I still work with our boss at the time, and he always says, he's like, yeah, you know, Zuby wasn't that great, but she really made the day go by. She was so much fun. So.
Employee of the month. Okay. Do you have any projects coming up? I know the Restless series. Why don't we talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So my next single drops March 31st. So it's either going to be out soon or out now, depending when this airs. It's called Restless. It's actually the first song I ever wrote.
Oh, really?
Just took a long time trying to get it perfect. In the end, people were like begging for it enough. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll put it out.
Yeah, and by people, she means like people like me and our friends from school who are just like, because we'd see live performances of it, and we're like, this is the best song ever. Like, you've got to have it,
And it was like, that was like my learning process song of like, I think it could be better. I think it could be better. What if we do this? What if we do that? And then finally getting to the point of like, you know, you had a good song at first. Maybe just stop overthinking it.
Yeah.
So now I'm putting out, but I'm like, I know it's like perfect, and I'm like glad that so many people are excited for it, and have maintained that excitement over like the 3 years I've been holding on to it.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a series of covers leading up to the release, just because I have funny ideas sometimes. And the series of covers is me and a guitarist, Randy Whiskey, who you'll see later. We're wearing pajamas and singing cover songs that have either some word to do with like sleep or rest, or there's one song that just has a lot of similar themes as Restless. So, but I just really wanted to like buy these pajamas on Amazon.
So you just found an excuse.
I found a reason, yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot of how Allison Cadena works, honestly.
Yeah.
It's just like, I just need an excuse to buy this thing.
Yes.
Why don't you tell us where we can follow you and where we can find your music and everything?
Sure. So on all the digital platforms, you can find me as Allison Cadena, ALYSONCADENA. And then on social media, you can find me as Allie Chains, ALYCHAINZ, like I'm gangster.
I love the way that you introduced yourself at live shows. Can you just give us a little bit of or do you want to save that for the performance?
No, I could say
Yeah.
because you know, I'm trying to describe my music to people. The way that made the most sense to me is I'm like Adele, but if she was a potty mouth Latina from Queens.
Yes. That always makes me laugh whenever you perform. We're gonna go on a little break and we're gonna come back and we're gonna play a best friends game. Are you prepared for that?
Who are you?
Thank you. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Late Afternoon with Zubaira. So, as I said before we left, that we were going to play the Best Friends game.
It's the best friend game.
I brought in one of our writers and directors of the show, Shompa Kabir. So, please give it up for Shompa.
Yes, hello. All right, guys.
Yeah.
So we're going to play a really fun game. We're going to see how much you guys actually know each other. We're going to see if you guys are actually best friends, and if not, your relationship is over. So, we're going to kick it off a little bit easy. I'm going to start off slow.
Okay.
So, what is your favorite color for that other person?
Okay. Well, I know Allison's is brown. Beige. I swear to God, you said this before.
Just because I love you doesn't mean I love brown.
No, this one, I swear to God, you're like, my favorite color is beige. Or is that just like to wear?
You know what?
Or navy blue.
Okay, so this is a loaded question.
Yeah.
First of all, my colors change with the seasons.
I hate you.
And with my hair colors. But if
Not
we're
looking
talking
good.
like overall, overarching favorite color,
It's blue.
hers is purple.
I'm leaving.
Hers is purple.
Purple, is she right?
Yes.
Oh.
You know why? Because purple people are so obnoxiously purple people. You know what I mean? My favorite color is yellow. I got a yellow scarf. I got some yellow things. But purple people will like tattoo it on their forehead. Like,
No, I don't own any purple clothes though.
Well,
I don't
I
have
know
no
it,
purple
though.
clothes. I own a lot of yellow now though. You've rubbed off on me.
without even knowing, because you didn't even know it.
I know,
Oof.
right?
All right, well, I thought that was going to be easy, but I guess not. Let's move on to the next question.
We are in our 30s at this point. We're not talking about our favorite colors anymore. We're talking about our favorite health insurance. Which one do you like?
I got the, actually, yes, that's the one I have, but Medicaid was the best one. Medicaid.
I hope this one is an easy one. So what is your favorite song?
Just got this one.
Favorite song is Juicy by Biggie.
Ow!
Okay.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it's.
All right. You know what? At least it leveled out. Like one. Okay.
Idea. I hope it's Restless by Allison Cadena.
My favorite song is Restless by Allison Cadena. Please go stream it.
The next question. Say if you got ghosted, what is the first thing that person does after they've been ghosted?
Well, I know Allison will be like, oh, thank God. He ghosted me. I'm busy. I don't want to talk to him anyway. Have you ever been ghosted by someone and you like felt bad about it?
It wasn't that I felt bad because I really liked him. I felt bad because I was just trying to date more, and I was like, excuse me, I have a plan, and you're like messing it
You're
up.
the inconvenience.
Yes. So I was like, now I gotta start over. Like, thank you. I just imagine you being like, oh, he ghosted me.
That is actually.
All right.
All right, you guys did really well on that one.
That's because we were talking about it like we talked about recently as yesterday.
This is the struggle of our lifetime right now.
All right, so if you guys can go into a private island, you're stuck on this island, what is the one celebrity that you would bring with you?
Mark Anthony.
Hell yeah.
She got
What's
it.
the one celebrity you would bring with you?
Yeah.
I feel like this is an easy answer, and I'm gonna mess it up.
I don't even know the answer to this actually.
Just say it.
Just give me someone at this point and I'll probably just take it. I think John Mulaney is the closest person that I'd be on an island with. And we could just like riff off of each other the whole time.
I think you should take Pete Davidson.
I will not take Pete Davidson. She has been trying to push Pete Davidson on me for years.
Convinced. I see Zuby marrying a man like Pete Davidson.
I do not.
And she doesn't like Pete Davidson, but I like him for you.
No, that's a real best friend. That's a real best friend answer.
I see it.
All right, we have one final question. All right, a little birdie told me that when you guys were in college, you guys made each other sing songs in your own language. So Zuby, you made Allison sing a song in Bangla, and Allison, in Hindi, my bad. In Hindi, and Allison, you made Zuby sing a Spanish song. All right, so what was the song? Do you guys remember it?
I remember mine. Do you remember yours?
I remember mine.
Okay, so just to clarify, we were both student leaders of our like respective clubs. She was the president of Academia Hispana. I was president of the Asian Cultural Club. So the event that for me, I made her the bride because we did like a fake wedding,
My big fat Indian wedding.
My big fat Indian wedding, and I was like, you know what, the bride could sing, and so I made her sing a song. And then for yours,
For mine, it was Noche Latina, and we needed singers. So I was like, Zuby can do it. We're good. But I had Africans dancing, salsa music. So it was just like a free for all.
it was just whoever's
This is what I
friend.
have. We're gonna make do.
Like the groom for mine was an Italian dude.
It was an Ecuadorian and an Italian having a big fat Indian wedding
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
great.
with a bunch of Filipino.
Dancers.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna butcher the words. I'm telling you right now. It's called
It's okay.
Janeman. I know that much.
Oh my God, yeah. I forgot the title of that song.
I'm gonna butcher the words though. जिंदगी में आए तुम जातों के रास्ते जिंदगी में हम सनम कत जाने हंसते हंसते. That's all I got.
That was so good. That was so good.
The chorus. Janeman.
Wow, you did so much better than any of us in this room.
For real. That was beautiful. I'm about to not be as great. I'm really scared to do this, man. I don't know.
Let's just be aware that she's a comedian now. So
Okay, so she goes, a veces gris, a veces blanco, todo depende del lugar. que yo me fuiste, eso es pasado. Sé que te tengo que olvidar. Pero yo no puse una velita a mis santos. Ahí está, para que piensen mucho en mí. No dejes de pensar en mí. Tu recuerdo sigue
Wow,
aquí.
she's getting really into it. Wow, you guys did so great, and you guys are best friends.
Yay!
We have
get
no
to stay
names, but you
together.
guys are besties.
That's amazing that we don't have to not be friends because she's my ride. Hello and welcome back to Late Afternoon with Zubaira. I'm joined here today with Mahfouzal Islam.
Yeah.
You're running.
Too much.
That was a little too much, guys. Okay. You're running for Assembly, District 24.
District 24.
Mahfouzal, I did not think that you would run for Assembly, but it totally makes sense.
That's what
It
people
totally
keep saying.
makes sense because, like, Mahfouzal is a community organizer, I feel like, because, you know, you are one of the founders of Jal NYC, which is amazing because I love jal muri. Anybody else? It's a great Bengali snack. It's a great
got
Bengali
you.
snack, you know. Why don't you tell us about that a little bit, like how you got started in that and where that trajectory led to
Yeah, where I'm at
where
now.
you are now, yeah.
So Jal started with me and my cousin Alvi. We were in a tumultuous time in our lives. Alvi's mom had just passed, and he's always been about food. And Queens Night Market had just started. And back then, Queens wasn't hot and hip like as it is now. And it was the first time like something big was happening in Queens, so we wanted to check it out. We checked it out. It was really cool. It's just all these vendors from all over, and there's like a price cap, and so everyone could try out the food. And they want new people who've never tried this whole food business to come in. And so we were like, all right, we're going to come in and we're going to try doing jalmuri and fuchka because it has a story to it.
Yeah.
And especially because no one really knew Bengali food, what it was at that time.
Yeah.
And so we came back and the reception was great. It was, we had people introducing people to Bengali food for the first time, and that was like, you know, we had like a Nokshikata, which is, you know, I had a story behind it and faces of significant literary figures or artists, and it sparked a conversation.
Why don't you tell us what is a nokshikata?
Nokshikata is like a blanket that's
It is a blanket, yeah.
It's a blanket, that's it. But it's like, it's hand woven and it's got like designs that's like,
and they're so comfortable.
They're comfortable.
They're really, really comfortable. As a Bengali, like, we have seen our food be conflated with Indian food all the time because Bengali food has something different to it. There's like a different flavor almost to it. There's like a different, I mean, like, yes, it's very similar, but when you eat food at home, like Bengali food at home, it's not like eating out Indian restaurant food, you know? So I was really excited to see that, what you guys were doing, especially with fuchka and jalmuri. Did you go through like the whole science background
I did,
and stuff like that?
I think everyone began that way, right?
I did not.
No, you didn't?
I
Okay.
didn't.
Wow, your parents were cool then.
Well, the thing is that they always knew I was bad at math.
Okay.
So they were just like, all right, we're going to stop. We're going to stop pushing her.
I was bad. They still forced the shit, you know, they made me do it. But I mean, like, my thing was like, I'm going to edge away from it bit by bit.
Yeah.
So I was at Stony Brook and I did, I took like a chemistry class, and I was pre-med, but my thing was like, I want to become a geneticist because that's how I'm going to change the world. But it's still related to med in a way that it'll make them comfortable. But I'm, you know, edging, and then I stuck that chemistry class at Stony Brook. And so that's how I...
Science was just not for me.
Nah.
So then you went to Fordham, and then what did you study at Harvard?
International relations.
Oh, okay, that's one thing. I thought I was gonna do that. Like I wanted to do international relations. I wanted to be in The Hague. I learned French and everything, and then totally ditched that afterwards. What happened there? Because you also taught. Did you teach at Fordham?
I also taught at Fordham, yeah.
So that's really interesting that you went from like science to international relations, and then you were teaching. How did you like teaching? Yeah, and then to selling jalmuri, and now you're running for assembly. What are your positions on what is it that you're trying to change, basically, that the incumbent could not do for that community?
Well, I think one a couple of things. Our platform is participatory democracy, inclusive economics, and revitalizing institutions that already exist. So participatory democracy is what I was just mentioning before. Things don't necessarily have to be top-down anymore. It could be bottom-up. One example, right now, the way an average person interacts with government, or their direct way to interact, is the community board meetings. And the community board meetings are, the members are appointed by people, and they stay there for long periods of time, 20 years at a time. And I've been talking to constituents, and they try to pass normal things like bike lanes, right? And they'll bring their friends out when the resolution has to be passed, and at the end of the day, the members will listen to their friend that's been there for 20 years rather than the constituents. But that's not how democracy works, you know.
Exactly.
Everyone is supposed to be a part of the process.
Thank you so much for joining us,
Thank you.
Mufuzul.
Yeah.
Let's hear it for Mufuzul one more time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Somehow my heart won't let it go. It's 3 a.m. and I'm in bed alone, replaying moments from so long ago, to understand just where we went wrong. And I knew something just wasn't right. So why didn't I fight for you? But now the consequence of all my pride is me in pain thinking about you. You left me restless, regretting everything I ever said, knowing I never meant it. Should've been honest, but I left you feeling disrespected. If they were my mistakes, why did I choose to be defensive? And and I was reckless, remembering all the ways I screwed it up. How could I mess this? I should have said I loved you from the moment that I felt it. But now it's way too late and I'm awake and lying helpless. How can I ever make this better? How can I bring you back to me? I'm trying hard to hold it all together, but I'm scared that will never be. You said that you've got nothing left, that I broke you and you can't forget. But there's still that part of me that says I won't give up on us yet. 'Cause you left me restless, regretting everything I ever said, knowing I never meant it. Should've been honest, but I left you feeling disrespected. If they were my mistakes, why did I choose to be defensive? And I was reckless, remembering all the ways I screwed it up. How could I mess this? I should have said I loved you from the moment that I felt it. But now it's way too late and I'm awake and lying helpless. And what can I do? I'm reaching for you. Forgive me, please. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Can there be enough for you? For you. For you. way too late, and I'm awake. Yes, I'm awake. I wish I would have done the things I should have, but then if I could have, would it even be enough? Wish I would have done the things I should have, but then if I could have, would it even be enough? Wish I would have done the things I should have, but then if I could have, would it even be enough? Wish I would have done the things I should have, but then if I could have, would it even be enough? Can I just shout out Randy Whiskey, who's an amazing guitarist and also an amazing artist. And thank you to everybody at Late Afternoon with Zubaira. It's been so much fun. Thank you.